Long before the era of modern farming, the European wilderness was ruled by a titan of the meadows. This is the Aurochs, the formidable wild ancestor of all modern domestic cattle. These were not the docile cows we know today. They were wild, aggressive, and immense. Standing up to 5.5 feet tall at the shoulder, they towered over the ancient landscape. Their most iconic feature was their massive, forward-curving horns, designed for battle and dominance. For millennia, they were the undisputed kings of the ancient European ecosystem.
Thriving across Europe, North Africa, and Asia, the Aurochs were masters of adaptability. They were social animals, living in herds that offered protection against predators, like wolves and lions. In the spring, the meadows became arenas, where bulls fought fiercely for the right to mate. Their grazing shaped the forests, creating open glades that allowed other species to flourish. These giants were built for endurance, traveling long distances through the changing seasons. But a new predator was rising, one that would change their fate forever. Humans.
Early humans held a deep respect and fear for these powerful beasts, viewing them as symbols of strength. Some of history's most famous cave art, like those in Lascaux, immortalized the Aurochs' power. Eventually, humans realized the strength of the Aurochs could be harnessed for their own survival. Over 10,000 years ago, the first successful domestications began, leading to the cattle we know today. While their descendants thrived in pens, the wild Aurochs remained a symbol of untamed power. They became the ultimate prize for royal hunters, a tradition that would eventually lead to their doom. As human civilization expanded, the habitat of the wild Aurochs began to disappear. By the late Middle Ages, they were found only in the most remote forests of Eastern Europe. Hunting became restricted to royalty, making the Aurochs a rare and prestigious target. Their population dwindled, until only a few dozen remained in the Jaktoro forest of Poland. In 1627, the very last wild Aurochs, a female, died of natural causes, ending a lineage millions of years old. For centuries, the king of the forest was nothing more than a ghost of history.
But the story of the Aurochs did not end in that Polish forest. Scientists discovered that the genetic blueprint of the Aurochs still lives on within modern primitive cattle. Through backbreeding, researchers are selecting traits to recreate an animal that looks and acts like the Aurochs. Programs like the Taurus project in the Netherlands have already produced cattle that are nearly identical to their ancestors. These animals are being reintroduced to restore the ecological balance of the ancient wild. The goal is to bring back the ecosystem engineer that the Aurochs once was.
Today, these new Aurochs are thriving in the wild corners of Europe once again. Their return helps promote biodiversity, proving that extinction doesn't have to be permanent. The Aurochs remind us of the incredible resilience of nature when given a second chance. We are no longer just the cause of extinction. We can be the architects of recovery. The Aurochs have returned from the shadows to reclaim their place as the king of the forest. Their journey is a beacon of hope for our planet's future. The king is